Hello and welcome to Gospel Girls. You are coming along with us as we do arts and crafts for my youngest college graduation. So welcome to my humble arts and crafts room.
AKA living room.
Yes. So, what have you been up to this week?
Me?
Anything interesting?
Just preparing for my youngest son's birthday.
That's okay. Well, cool. Yeah. He reminded me that he wanted something. Or no, that was you that reminded me what he wanted for his birthday, and then I reminded you.
Yes. And you're like, oh yeah.
He got the bikes.
I already got bikes. It was just early, so it throws me off.
Yes. Well, so the topic that is on where the heck I'm missing a hole. I have an
You might not be punched out. It's probably down here.
Oh snap!
Oh,
really?
there's a hole right here.
Well, yeah, but I got two lights. Let me think, where does it take to?
Right here.
Oh.
And the same side. Probably in the same spot on the other side.
Okay, so anyway, the topic of choice. Oh, there is one more over here. That means I have to pop them all out and start over.
Why?
Or, yeah, because it's not going to reach. So, the topic of choice this week, actually Xavier brought up, he and Greg were talking
He always has a lot of good questions.
He does.
I think it's mainly, he's not new in his faith, but he's kinda. Moving on to the next. But anyway, what was his?
Well, he was, he's fascinated with the Norse gods.
Yeah.
And, he was wondering if they were fallen angels.
Oh, that's actually interesting.
It is interesting. I don't think it's biblically correct. However, I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about in the book of Deuteronomy, the Song of Moses was talking about how the people thought they were worshiping their gods, but they were actually demons.
Oh, that's nice.
So I wonder if that actually is what the Norse gods were.
Which is kind of.
I mean, because if you think about it, all the false gods
What are
want.
these extra ones?
See, I'm telling you, you're missing holes.
No. Okay, let's see. There's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you just get extra ones?
You shouldn't have any extra ones.
Oh, there's no batteries in here. I just turned it on and there's no batteries.
There's not yet.
Anyway, so
But yeah, because all the false gods require sacrifices, and like if you think about the Mayan gods, they were child sacrifices.
Yeah.
And just human sacrifices in general, and that kind of falls in line with demonic because I think I was listening to another podcast that was talking about how Baal required child sacrifices,
which is actually crazy that you bring that up, because I've always been super interested in the Hollywood conspiracies, and he's brought up often.
I've heard that too.
The child sacrifices are very, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
I can't remember. If you know, if you're a conspiracy theorist, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I don't think we're allowed to say that child word that come after that.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
It'll probably get flagged. So, but anyway, it could.
Yeah,
Because he's very involved with the Hollywood people is what I'm trying to get at. Supposedly. Which wouldn't surprise me.
No. Did you pop all the lights on this thing? Oh, you did that one already.
Yeah. It's gonna look really cool. Just needs batteries. I want to see them when we're done.
Maybe we'll show the finished result.
Yes.
Did you also notice the chair in the dining room.
Yeah, that's the broken chair that I almost fell and hurt myself because it was sitting in Dad's
office.
and I plopped down and I'm like, whoa! And Dad was like, well, was it broken when you sat on it? I'm like, yeah, hell it wasn't. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
It was.
Leg!
It was broken because Bill broke it.
I'm like, why? I thought I broke it.
I'm sure.
Dad just let me
He thought
think
it was funny. Oh yeah, I'm sure you got a kick out of that.
Well, he didn't laugh. You know how he's got that like half smirk where he's like half paying attention, but in the inside he's probably laughing. But anyway.
Did he tell you?
Like, Dad, you can't have this. Oh, it's funny though because after I said, Dad, you can't have this in your office, he brought it home. Because I probably made a good point.
Yeah.
You have somebody sitting in there and they get hurt, he's gonna get in trouble.
Be like, Bill did.
How ironic that that's home now.
Or he'll do the same thing he did to you. You just broke my chair. It's your fault.
Well, because, okay, so the head of catering.
Okay.
I'm not going to say names. The head of catering sat in the chair. He was in there talking to Dad, and I was waiting patiently for my turn. He was sitting on that chair, and it wasn't leaning or rocking or awkward when he was sitting on there. Grown man. Nothing. No. So, and then I sit in it, and all of a sudden, there's something wrong with it. I'm just like, excuse me.
Maybe he knew it was broken, so he
was
like knew how to sit in it.
Yeah.
Like, what you doing?
I need one. Give me one.
No touchy.
Give me my string lights. Oh, so what else would be?
Oh, I was gonna. Did he tell you? It's not his latest, Dad.
Oh.
It's not his latest airplane fiasco, but did he tell you that he got delayed one day because a crate of baby chicks had exploded in the cargo area of the plane?
That's disgusting.
And not exploded, but like exploded as in like it crashed into something as the plane was I suppose flying, and the crate busted. Well,
while they were flying?
Yeah. He's like, the plane was flying, not while the chicks were flying.
Well,
yeah,
what were the chicks doing then?
They were in the crate.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh.
So they were transporting these. You know, like how running.
For what though? For like Easter or something?
Well, I suppose like you know
inventory?
how running has.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that
something
sucks.
like that, I'm sure.
Can you imagine explaining that to the company that was expecting them?
Yeah, because he was like, I'd like to say there were no chickens harmed in the. But yeah, he's like, alas, not all of them made it. And he's like, they were going down the luggage conveyor belt of all these little chickens.
Was it the remains? Going down the conveyor belt? They didn't clean it up?
Of some.
They didn't clean it?
Well, he's like, I don't think they knew what had happened until like chickens started going down the conveyor belt. And then yeah. Some live, but some not.
So how did they get injured? Was there turbulence and their crate broke open maybe?
I think that must have been what happened. Yeah.
That's funny.
It's funny, but it's not, yeah. Yeah, and it's like, only you.
That does have some weird luck. I'm telling you, it's Ohio. Joke to the younger generation.
Only in Ohio.
Only in Ohio.
Yeah. I don't know.
But Xavier, I think we got off track. Was there more to that side of his story?
No, he was talking about that he was fixated on the fallen angel.
I remember a little bit of conversation involving that.
But I was like, I don't know that I buy the fallen angel. However, like, what's the band one? The Book of Enoch.
Okay.
It talks about fallen angels, but it talks about them as more like, is that my rabbit or is that your kids?
It's probably coming from downstairs. Oh, there's no
Okay.
spot there.
Anyway,
What
were we talking about? Oh, yeah. So in the Book of Enoch, so there, Are we missing a letter? I know, squirrel. I'm so sorry, but
G-R-A-D.
so why do I?
That is your hat.
But there's no holes in my hat.
That's
oh yeah, there's a ton of
probably
holes.
an extra light or not.
Yeah, there's holes in here.
Okay.
So the fallen angels were more like companions of man, and they taught him things that apparently they weren't supposed to teach him. But that's why civilization was so advanced back then. Like think the Egyptians and like Atlantis and stuff like that.
I guess that would kind of explain that.
Yeah, and then God punished those angels, and that explains why like there was the fall of some of those civilizations and why we kind of went back with the knowledge. Like that's why we can't replicate some of their advanced things like the pyramids.
Or they can explain how some of the stuff was built.
Yeah,
they can. I think some people
they
have explained it.
Well, they have theories.
Yeah.
But yeah. And the other thing that I thought was interesting is they were talking about the Shroud of Turin the other day on Expedition Unknown, I think. And they said that the carbon dating on it was like 100 years off or something like that. But then they said that they did like dating of like the germs or something.
You just gotta do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we gotta glue this puppy.
Okay.
And so they dated like the germs and things like that from there, and they said that was like spot on. So I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know where I was going with that, but
I don't remember either.
did you?
What?
That's where my rabbit ate through the box.
That's what I was wondering. I didn't ask questions.
This is what happens when you have a rabbit. Things don't last.
So I guess I was excited to tell you, but I was going to save it for, one of our YouTube sessions. So I do have a little bit of a Christian story, I guess, of recent, so you remember I told you I have a friend that...
You have a friend?
...is not, interested in religion and whatsoever.
Yes.
They're more of like a science person. Anyway, I found out that his wife and kids go to church.
Oh.
And I don't know if it's a new endeavor, but he's always been very respectful of like my Christianity, my beliefs, right? But anyway, so they're trying to get him to go, and it's just crazy to me because I'm like, when did that happen? And he was also the one that I sometimes feel like he's testing me to see if he can like enrage me because of the religion divide we have.
Yeah.
And now
you're like,
no. Yeah. Getting it from the inside too. So I just was like, that's interesting. I can't believe that happened. I was wondering, like, never question God, first of all, apparently, because I was like, how exactly are you supposed to change someone who change someone's mind who is so adamant and fully disregard or does not believe in the Christianity at all, in God or anything, thinks it's a joke.
Yeah.
How do you change someone with that point of view and that belief?
You don't change them, God changes them.
Right. You just be there for them, is what I learned.
Yeah.
What I got from this was to as for my job was to love and continue to be a Christian and be a good friend.
Right.
And the end of story. Because I can't, you're right, I cannot change other people's minds. And I don't think we should be forcing them to. Just be there and love like Jesus was. Yeah. Tell them the right way, tell them the good news, and be there for them, and that's it.
Yeah, the way
they have to make that
the purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
But that's my little story.
Well, that's cool though. Yeah, I try to do it at work too, because there's some believers and some non-believers. Some of the believers speak up and join in conversations, and some don't, which is fine too, but I also find it weird. And I don't know if they're just not speaking up in the conversation because they don't want to offend anybody else.
So that's typically why.
Yeah. But do not glue your
How long has that been plugged in, warming up? Are you okay?
It's been on for a while.
Oh, I have another little tidbit of interesting Christian-related news. So for like, I don't know, how long has it been since you've told me about the? This is what reminded me of it. Is this the Duck Hunters?
Yes.
Yeah. So they've got a podcast, right?
They've got several.
Yeah. Well, The Unashamed is what I want to listen to, and for years. How long? When did you first tell me about them? 5 years
ago? When they first started out.
Yeah. You want to know something crazy? No matter where I go, it won't work. It won't play it. When I go to work, the podcast I went on Spotify, it won't load. It says it refuses to play it. Spotify, I can't play this right now. Only that podcast for the whole 5 years, it will not work. So sometimes I'm like, I'll just go to their website. Nope, won't play it.
YouTube. It'll try YouTube because they do.
I should. I don't know if I've ever tried YouTube. I'm just like, seriously? For 5 years, this is being blocked?
I cannot get it. Get Angel. No. The Chosen to play on a TV.
Sometimes that happens. It skips. But I also have.
I mean, it might just be that it's that popular that that's inundated with users.
I'm sure that's probably just me overthinking it. I'm just like, really? And
that is weird about the podcast, though,
yeah,
because that does sound like the evil one, maybe
doesn't want me to hear the message that is important or something. Not like.
Because mine is every time I try to watch The Chosen.
Yeah, it's every time for Unashamed for me. Every time. Not once have I ever successfully been able to listen to their podcast.
That's so weird.
It is weird. I'll check out YouTube to see if that works, though, because I really want to. I have that book that you bought me that their daughter wrote or whatever.
Yes.
I absolutely
that's Willie's
love
daughter.
it. Oh my gosh. I don't read it all the time because I forget that I have it, but it's sitting on my desk. And
she's so good for, like, younger people. Because she relates.
It's very, she's nice. Yeah. And ironically am working on not being ashamed to be a Christian. I know that sounds weird saying it out loud, but it's been a problem that I am aware of. It's hard for me to stand up and especially at work, because it seems to be like you said, either people just don't speak up or there's not a lot of us there that are Christian.
Well, I had a conversation with a coworker the other day, and they were like, well, yeah, and you hate to say something because you never know if you're going to offend someone. And I'm just like,
but isn't that our job to speak up?
Anymore,
We're not
I was
supposed
like,
to feel ashamed.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care.
We're supposed to not deny God.
Yeah.
In front of anyone.
And they were like, yeah, but you don't want to get in trouble. And I was like, I don't care.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I was like, no, you don't understand.
Isn't that in the Bible? It says, do not turn away from me or deny me in front of whatever, or I will deny you at the gates, or something like that. It's something like that. Sorry, I'm horrible.
No, that's exactly the point.
Yeah.
Or the one where he says, those who lose their life for me will gain it. So
yeah,
it doesn't necessarily have to mean you're dying for him. It could also mean you lose. Oh, of course it could, yeah, but it could mean you lose your job for him, or you lose a friendship for him, or whatever. Can I read the thing? Because I think I found it. Yeah. Okay. The relevant Bible verse that addresses denying Jesus before others is Matthew 10, 32 through 33. I don't know how to say that. Is it Matthew chapter 10, verses 32 through 33? Correct. Which states, therefore, everyone who confesses me before men, I will also confess before my Father who is in heaven. But whoever denies me before men, I will also deny before my Father who is in heaven. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I said it right. You did. No, yeah. Or at least you got the gist of it. Yes. I feel like men, when they put something together and they're like, I have extra parts. That's right. I don't think we're supposed to have extra parts. Difference is we're following the instructions. No, they're more like guidelines. Oh, it's supposed to go on. No, I missed one. I don't think it's supposed to go on the G. Yeah, it is, because look at the other one. It says it's supposed to go between the A and
Look.
No, not the hat. These.
What are those?
What are those?
What are those?
They're like the little platform to help stabilize the letters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do all of the other ones have those?
Yeah.
That explains so much. I was wondering why it was wobbly. How did I not
I
notice
was wondering why it was wobbly. Wondering why I was wobbly.
Stop.
Ready?
Nope.
Cut it out.
That's funny.
That's fun around there. Oh my gosh, speaking of Larry the Cable Guy, did you see he's going to be at the State Fair?
What?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I've never been to the state fair, so that would be fun.
Yeah, I totally want to see him.
My kids are probably old enough to go to that without me having to freak out
Oh, I'm sure.
or worry.
Well, they could come with us, because I really would like to see him. Did you know that it's an... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sure the whole world knows this already, but I'm naive. Did you know that that's just an act? He doesn't really talk like that. He's really a normal person.
Well, what do you mean he's really a normal person?
I mean, he doesn't really say
his
"Get her
accent, his
all of that is like an act.
it's probably him exaggerated, like an exaggerated version of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because, like, they were talking...
It would be interesting to actually know him as a person, like, you know what I mean?
Because I was listening to a podcast about that, and they...
Did you hear him? Like,
No,
normally?
they met him, and they were like, how come you're talking like...
Oh, wait, talking like that?
Yeah, and they're like, what are you talking about? Because he's like, my name is blah, 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 blah.
My
Whatever
name
his
is
real...
blah, blah, blah.
Whatever... I don't know what his real name is.
So it's not Larry.
No! It's like Dean or something. Right?
But he wasn't denying that he was Larry the Cable Guy.
No.
Okay.
No, but he's just like, that's
his,
just my character.
his stage
Yes,
name.
exactly.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I have never known this
I
before.
didn't either. But it makes sense, I suppose. Doesn't he play Tow Mater in Cars?
Yes.
It's like Tow Mater, but without the tuh. What are you laughing at?
So that'd be O-Mater.
His name is Mater. It's
Oh.
like Tow Mater without the tuh.
Oh.
That's like the best way.
Oh, my bad. I told you. I need a little help. Oh. Okay, see. Wait, where's the other hole?
Confused.
You see the other hole?
No.
I don't either. It should be.
That's not right.
Wait a minute. Oh, here it is. Okay.
There's something wrong here.
Oh no!
Yeah.
But I can't put it in because
No.
of the lights already.
Well, it's too tall, even if the lights weren't in the way. Why is it so tall?
Why is it
You
round?
see?
Oh, it's got- oh.
That's not getting cold air. You can put the right one in there.
There.
What is that? Is there instructions for the G?
I'm sure, but I didn't follow them clearly.
Well, do you have?
Why is it smaller?
I don't know.
Oh, I put it on backwards. See, look.
What do you mean?
Didn't have it.
What do you mean?
Damn it.
I don't know what you mean.
This one is shorter. This one is shorter.
Where do you have the instructions for that?
In my brain.
No, that's not acceptable.
No, you can clearly see this one's shorter.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Because this side's taller. Oh boy. Well, glad you figured it out.
Damn, I was gonna glue it back in the wrong spot.
It's all right.
Is it?
It's all right.
Is it really?
Yes. It will be.
Okay. It's a good thing no one sees this backside because I just ripped off a layer of this stuff.
Only us and our 2 followers will see.
And my grandson.
Yeah.
Man, I'm still hoping for. What did we say? 100, and then we'll get an email.
100, and then a dedicated email address. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
So then we can
you
have
know
questions.
what would be? I was gonna say, and then we could do like what I've heard other podcasts and stuff do is where people will email in their topics that they want to discuss, or like you said, questions that we can discuss or help answer, and I think that would be really interesting.
I do
That
too.
would open up a lot of conversation. Even the hard ones.
It would be fun.
Because I've been there.
Did I do it again? How?
There's no way. You did.
How?
Is right. You might have to makeshift another thingy. You almost glued it to the lights. You put it down. Like Yzma.
Is that my voice? Is that my... Oh, crap.
Oh well.
Why do we even have that lever?
Crank!
Oh,
Oh, it's still hot.
yeah, well, yeah, it's called hot glue.
It shouldn't be hot still.
Well, I've glued it like 12 times.
Fair enough. How long has our video been going?
I don't know. 25 minutes. So we're just
good.
about,
Yeah.
but just about time to be done.
We're just about done with this anyway.
Yeah.
I want to show the final project, but I don't think.
Okay, you have to. Oh, do you want to go get batteries? You have to stick with us so you can see the final result.
Ow!
Ow! That was hot. In case you didn't know.
Do you need an ice pack here? Oh.
Do you need assistance? Help is on the way. Yeah.
Do you need an ice pack?
No, I'm good.
What was I getting?
Batteries.
Batteries. Under the sink?
No, I think you have to go in the basement because I don't think I have it. I think your son has taken all the ones from under the sink. Oh no! I just glued it to my floor. Oh. Ah! There's a lot of glue. Oh my goodness. Okay, so patience is a virtue. All right. Maybe we'll... No. Oh, okay. Now. Hallelujah. I think we have a winner here. You know, and I was going to give this away to somebody because we have, like, local colors for high school that are the same, and I don't think anyone's going to want it after I'm done with this. We'll find out. This is still not working. Why? Oh, okay. I think it was a spot on the lights. So. Okay. Oh, do I have enough? I have enough.
Alright.
Okay. I've been babbling and keeping them company. Oh, no.
Alright, what batteries do we need?
I think AA if I have to guess. I hope. Because that's what we have a ton of.
Yes.
Okay.
Sweet. Nice. I need to make my battery collection this good. It's just every time they're on sale or something.
Oh my gosh. So the podcast I was listening to Under Shame, and apparently like when the boys were younger. Are you okay?
From the
Yeah, Jace and Al and Willie when they were younger.
Mhm.
Apparently they burned garbage just like Grandma did, right?
Okay.
And they burned like a whole pile of just like junk, and apparently there were some shotgun shells on the pile, and one of them went off and it hit Jace in the temple. Yeah, right. And so anyway, he's obviously fine. Well, sort of. But so that made me think about like when Jerome, Josh, and Kirk and I played Annie I Over with a rock, and Kirk didn't catch it, and it hit him on the head. Yeah, we had to bring him in the house, and we're washing his head in the sink, right? And Kendall was like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And we're like, "Nothing."
When you guys promised him to keep us
Look away. Look away. He's like, "It'll be all right. Just a scratch."
Was that a door squeak or was that
That was
a
your
cry?
child. All right. Please stay tuned for this commercial. I don't know. I'm just kidding. We have to pause for a child. Do we have? Is this like a screwdriver?
You
needed?
know what's funny? You just look at it, and it says open. You push out. Let me see. You push it.
Oh.
Push it real.
Oh.
When I figured it out, I was like, really? Wow.
I get it.
I'm trying to hurry because I want to light these all up.
I probably shouldn't announce this to the world, but Josh has a girlfriend.
Like tall Josh?
Yes.
Aww. Hopefully she's nice.
He wants to bring her to Catherine's graduation, so I was like, yes. Well, first, all he says to me is, can I bring a +1? So I was thinking spec, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, sure, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, okay, well, she wants to meet my family. And I was like,
Oh.
She? A lady?
That's a pretty, to be honest with you, that's not a bad thing to invite someone to, because it's
safe.
It's not, yes, literally, because there's so much going on where she gets, you guys, we all get to meet her, but it's not like all eyes
Awkward.
on her and awkward.
Yeah.
I hate that.
So, yeah, no, I was super excited. I was like, oh, I thought you meant spec. See, now, why can't normal things have this slide on? Why do you gotta involve a screwdriver? Because I don't put the screws back in anyway. Blinking?
Yeah, why is it blinking?
Oh, do you have it set?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a setting. That's kind of cool.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I love it.
Stop it.
Hey, you're rad.
You're a rad grad.
Rad. Well, and then there's a hat too.
It's
but
supposed to be lit up.
I know, but I don't have it in there.
I know. Well,
Okay.
it's just
Na-na.
aesthetics.
Why is the color? Oh, I suppose because it adds the yellow tint to it from the light. Oh, let's go full. Maybe not. It's very large.
Yeah, large.
I was gonna set it outside the hotel room door. Do you think that's much?
No.
Okay.
If, as long as it doesn't get, it'll probably be fine. Is there gonna be room? You gonna like line it up against the wall?
Oh, no, yeah. So they kind
Should
of
be
knew where
fine.
her room was.
That's actually a really good idea. You could put Catherine's name on here. No? I'm just saying.
No, because I have a poster that I'm gonna put in the lobby with
there
the
you go.
room number.
Well, that's even better. They
Yeah.
don't have to do that.
I mean, we still could, but I think they'll figure it out.
Well, I didn't know you had the other poster.
No, I know. What both of them together, I think.
Hand me the batteries.
Oh, I need 3 for this bad boy. Okay. All right. Well, we shall bore you no more. Thank you for coming along with us again for another episode. So we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.